Hello, and welcome once again to Escaping Dystopia. My name is Wah. Today is July 9th, 2024. This is episode 122, The Epstein Media. This is an interesting episode we got here tonight. I'm going to go ahead and blow the lid off of something that you may have noticed after the last little while. Actually, this is pretty basic, pretty straightforward. You're wondering why the Epstein files, which were released due to a Florida law, July 1st, Epstein. So this is why this is coming back in the news, because there was a law passed. It says right there. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Today, Governor Ron DeSantis signed, and this was back in February, on Leap Day, which allows for the public release of grand jury documents, such as those related to the 2006 investigation into Jeffrey Epstein. So, they got released. They showed a bunch of people were in there. I'm going to show you something pretty interesting real quick before we get to the explanation for why the media won't talk about this. And there is one. It's really, really direct and obvious. This is why our national elite media press won't cover this story, and they're not going to. Let me go ahead and show you how Fox has done this. And after I do this, you're going to be like, wait a second. How did Fox do that? And literally no one has said anything about it. We'll talk about that right after it happens. Let me show you this first part. So this is an interview here with Donald and the 5 people.
Correct. Some people think...
Oh, hold on just a second. Let me get my sound. I'm so bad at sound. I'm going to do this all in one take, so I might clean it up for the other one, but let me go ahead and play this for you so you can understand what I'm talking about. Oh man, what is going on with this? Fox is horrible with the reloads and the crap. I don't even know what this shite is now. Oh, nope, looks like we were going to a different video somehow. Okay, so this is his interview with these hosts on Fox. We got to go through another ad because, again, this whole media thing is scam. Ooh, this is what we're going to go to next, folks. Hold on just a second, because, again, this they edited it. Sorry, I should have waited. God, these ads are so bad. Oh, my God, this goes on for like ever and a half. I think they know I'm about to show them to be ridiculous, so they're just trying to get that last few minutes of big pharma money out of the ad network. All right. So horrible. All right, should be able to hear that now. Yes. All right, let's go ahead and fast forward this a bit. Right about here.
And it would have stayed. I think it would have stayed. Everybody was doing better. The country was doing...
Especially with young people. How do we rebuild that trust?
Okay, so she's talking about how do you rebuild trust with young people. Watch this. Watch this.
The CIA, the FBI, all those institutions.
Yeah, you're right.
Some people think that one way to build trust is to declassify things that everyone's talking about.
Like you said you would when you were president before.
So if you were president, would you declassify... You can answer yes or no to these.
Yeah.
Would you declassify the 9/11 files?
Yeah.
Would you declassify JFK files?
Yeah. I did a lot of it.
Would you
watch
declassify the
close.
Epstein files?
Epstein.
Yeah, I would.
Attorney General.
Whoa, what was that? Wait. Hold on. Did you see that? They asked him about the Epstein files. He said, yeah, and then moved on. Wait, watch this again.
Files.
Yeah.
Would you declassify JFK files?
Yeah. I did a lot of it.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would.
Attorney General.
So that jump cut right there, pretty interesting, right? Like, oh, he would declassify the Epstein files. That's it. Moving on. Here's what actually happened in that interview. Fox edited an interview with a presidential candidate about someone he raped children with. Watch this. This is the same interview.
Yeah.
Would you declassify JFK files?
Yeah.
Would you?
I did a lot of it.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would.
All right.
I guess I would.
Oh,
I think
there's
that
more.
Less so because, you don't know. You don't want to affect people's lives if it's phony stuff in there because there's a lot of phony stuff with that whole world.
That whole world?
What do you think I would, or at least...
Do you think that would restore trust? Help restore trust?
Yeah, I don't know about Epstein so much as I do the others.
So this was on MS. So these people know that Fox literally edited
how you fix the
out
DOJ, how you bring
the fact that he did this.
Would you declassify JFK files?
Yeah.
Watch.
Would you?
I did a lot of it.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would.
Attorney General.
Cut.
What are you? That I mean,
okay, so they just cut out his whole ridiculously guilty answer about Epstein. So we know that Donald was there. So we know that, right? We know there's literally one of the people running for president was hanging out on Epstein's island. We have the receipts. He called him. They lived together. It's so clear that they were together. Why is the media not covering this? So let's talk a little bit about Apollo Global Management. Does anybody know who this is? You probably should, or at least be aware of it. $584 billion of assets. Now that's a lot of money. And they are involved in all sorts of things, including media, which is something they've gotten into recently. You can go and check this out. I'm going to share all this stuff with the things. They are a big firm. So they were founded. Right now, they're run by only one key person. See, the thing is, they're actually founded by this other guy too, named Leon Black. That's who we're going to talk about a little bit. Because he's the one who, in addition to founding these Apollo advisors with this guy right there. Oh, there it is, Leon Black. Mark Rowan, by the way, continues to run it. They founded it together. This guy, by the way, is a major Trump donor. So again, that guy right here giving $1 million to Donald, who, right, with Epstein. This guy spent a lot of time with Epstein. And again, we know this because there was an SEC investigation, right? And this is from the SEC archives right out there right now. This is from January 22nd, 2021. This I'm going to share, and you should read this because holy crap. So, I mean, Epstein was with Leon Black. And again, Leon Black, right? This is $500 billion of assets. That's a lot, if you're not familiar with how big numbers can be. This is a global, huge asset thing. Yeah, so anyway, this SEC document, this goes pretty wild because Epstein worked with Black for a long time. Much like Donald, he knew him from the 90s on forever. The conclusions of this report are pretty freaking wild. If you read the whole thing, from approximately the mid-90s to 2018, he had a social relationship from them. Now, this is an understatement, since that includes giving him $150 million for services rendered. Right? It goes into this. He ran their family thing. He was hanging out with their personal and professional relationship. At the end of it, by the way, Epstein owed him money when he got arrested and died owing this guy $20 million while he was in prison. Now, the thing that also comes up in this, as you get to here, in mid-2007, Epstein resigned from the Black Family Foundation. However, due to an oversight, IRS Form 990s were never filled for that and failed to reflect it. So the entire time he was in prison, right, for his felonies for procuring a person under the age of 18 for prostitution, he was employed by the Black family. Again, Leon Black, founder of Apollo Management, who is about to try to buy Paramount. Again, this is not small money. This is big media. This is big New York connections. This is elite New York media. All know each other. And this guy was deep into all of it. So this SEC document, it really, if you read through this and somehow, oh, well, he just thought that it was just a single instance of soliciting a 17-year-old prostitute. He was trying to hook up with a stripper and she was underage. That's what it was. That's what he claimed, because he employed him after the first felony conviction for another 5 years. That's when he paid him another $150 million. So again, this is big money. This is the child prostitution ring, the media connections. I'm Q, by the way, blowing this all up because this is the thing they were talking about forever, right? It's these guys. So for those of you who don't know, this is also Cox Media, because Cox actually sold all their stuff here to Apollo Global Management. You know who Cox owns, by the way? Yep, that's right. Oh, look at that, Axios. Yeah. So if you're wondering about some of the media bias out there, it's because people like this are owned by people like this. See, this is some of the claims that he paid to settle in the Virgin Islands, right? His $62 million plus another $100 million from Epstein's estate, right? So in addition, he gave Epstein $150 million personally, like straight to Epstein. He's given over another $1 million and turns around and claims that, oh no, he's not. The funny other thing about Leon here, and if you're just, again, wondering how this really goes into stuff, Russian mistress. Whoa, look at that. So, I mean, again, like, these people all know each other. This Vanity Fair, this crowd, the New York media crowd, they all know each other. And that's why you're not seeing people go after Epstein and this, because it turns around and comes home really, really, really fast. Black reference, and he knew about this, by the way, here, right? And then in somehow this SEC filing, after hanging out with a guy for 20 years, he doesn't know what the guy does on the side and how he's connected to all these people like Bill Gates, which, you know, by the way, oh man, this is crazy stuff. But anyway, that's the whole thing. I thought for a second that these guys, Tegna, which is the people who own our current local news, and our buddy Kyle Clark, I'm going to try and link so maybe he can tell people about what the hell's going on with this election and why so many in the elite media are calling on Biden to step down. By the way, that part is a little bit more uncomfortable that I know people really, really don't want to talk about. So this is run by this guy, Mark Rowan, who is a big donor for Donald. See, $1 million right there. The other thing that you may have noticed, a weird thing that happened in the media, was after October 7th, some things changed a little bit in the way certain people responded to certain things, including this one here, where, let me see, Netanyahu accuses Biden. I can't even spell it right. Oh yeah, there you go. So this happened last month, by the way. And if you're the kind of person who owns a bunch of media places and then says, hey, wait, Biden's telling you not to go kill all those people, Biden needs to go. Doesn't he? So that's what's going on with our little media thing. If you're trying to understand what's going on, Leon Black, billionaire, Epstein buddy, connected to basically everybody in New York media. Other people who hung out with them, who also did things that are felonies, even in the Virgin Islands, don't want to be named. They don't want to expose their friends. Remember, like Donald said here, right?
But I think I would, or at least
Do you think that would restore trust? Help restore trust?
Yeah, I don't know about Epstein so much as I do the others.
9/11.
Yeah. So that's where we're at, 128 days out. By the way, for those of you concerned about Biden's chances in the elections, please recall there's a lot of stuff that's going to happen over the next few months. One of the things that was supposed to happen in 2 days was Donald's sentencing for his felonies. Because remember, Donald's out on bail. That has been moved to September 18th, which is indeed still long enough before the election that maybe the news media will cover how long the former president is sentenced for after being convicted for 34 felonies. By the way, if you know this guy, George Brockler, I don't even know, broccoli face. This guy is a punk. He keeps like saying stuff, and I call out. Oh, let's call him out again. George, didn't hear back from you about your support for the racist felon. Let me know when you get a chance to talk. Anyway, I'm not a big fan of George and his BS. He keeps calling me anonymous, and I'm literally like videotaping myself replying to him. All right, George, talk to you and the other rapist felon supporters later. By the way, you should have some understanding of why our media is doing what it's doing now. It's that bad. It is. So, yeah. Peace out. Told you I was going to tell you.